You might remember that late last summer, we visited Ben and Jesse in Old Town at the site of their popular new trailer-parked food truck. One of the things the guys mentioned to me at that time was that they would really like to someday start a brick and mortar restaurant of their own here in Lansing. Amazingly, just 7 months later, Ben and Jesse did exactly that. Located on the west side of town at the fork in the road where Oakland and Saginaw diverge, the Fork in the Road Artisan Diner officially opened for business in November of 2011. Sourcing all of their food locally, Ben and Jesse have set their sights on treating Lansingites to a variety of dishes, both simple and complex, with an emphasis on freshness and flavor.
So why Fork in the Road?
This is at the Fork in the Road, and we wanted to, give people, basically it's the, choose a different path. It's the whole premise of it. There's a lot that goes into it. Plus, we're right at where Saginaw and Oakland meets. With trailer parks, we kind of just tried to go with we're trailer parked, and here we're at the Fork in the Road. So it's kind of, the obvious play on what it is, the whole concept with the trailer park thing is we wanted to take all the pretension away and just have it be about the foods. We wanted to, step back and just have it just be about the ingredients and the sources and all that fun stuff. So that's kind of the Fork in the Road fell in line with a lot of those values. So
What's been challenging about transitioning from the trailer to the diner?
I think the biggest thing is sourcing right now, just because there's not a lot of people still producing food in the local area because there's not really anybody cooking local food in the capacity that we are during this time of the year. So it's just we're sourcing a lot of stuff in West Michigan right now just because they have a lot more restaurants kind of focused on what we do. So that's been the biggest challenge so far. We have a bunch of awesome local farmers that are planning on doing a lot of cold store crops for us next winter, and winter squashes and things along those lines. So we don't have to go over to Zealand and places like that. Not that we don't like supporting those farms, but we'd like to continue to support the farms that we support in the spring, summer, and fall. So
Just going around and talking to folks, there's a lot of sort of push and pull, give and take, where everybody in the area is kind of growing together.
Most definitely. Yeah, it's definitely there's definitely a local food movement going on in the Lansing area right now. We're all trying to grow together. A lot of restaurants and farms are pretty excited about the direction that everything's going right now, for sure. And it's a process. I mean, to get where you're going, and if you stop evolving, that means you're not trying hard enough, right? So,
how do you refer to yourself?
I mean, I've used the word chef just because I'm forced to in a lot of aspects, but I mean, I'm just a cook, really. At the end of the day, I don't really get into the whole title thing. I mean, we don't really have titles here, It's kind of the whole thing here is, we want everybody to be a part of something, and there's no, obviously there's a clear path that we're all trying to achieve and all that fun stuff, but like people come in all the time and will ask whoever's in the floor, are you the owner? Because they don't really see the separation. We don't really try to have the separation. I mean, we have a bunch of people that come in here, and we want them to have their own personalities and be themselves, and we don't have some overbearing owner walking around breathing down our customers' necks. Like, it's we try to keep it as laid back as possible, and just make people feel comfortable. We try to introduce aroma into food, but I mean there's a basic formula that you want fat, you want crunch, you want acid. It's just it's once you understand food and you understand how food pairs, it's really simple. I mean, we let the farmers do all the work, and we just make the food as simply as possible. The actual components that it has, and what it is. Is it fatty? Is it nutty? Is it sweet? Is it acidic? Will it pair well with this? Will it pair well with that? But you dig into your food bank, and you say, okay, I've done this with this, and this is similar, and then you try it, and a lot of times it works out. Sometimes it fails, but you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough, right? So we don't do too many crazy flavor combinations here. We do have bacon on one of our desserts. The bacon goes with everything. So cooking for people is what I'm passionate about doing. So I mean, there's no better feeling than cooking for your family. So that's what we try to do here is treat every guest like they're a family member. When people come in the door, we find out their name and try to engage them and make them feel like they're part of something. It's been our whole thing from day one. Is it's the community thing. Is the biggest part of our business and supporting local. So we're just one big Lansing family. Lansing area family. So I mean, even we did the Kickstarter campaign to get the trailer started. We had 77 people that donated to our Kickstarter campaign. So we had 77 people that felt like they were a part of something and were pulling for us, and telling their friends and family about it, and trying to get people involved in what we were doing because they believed in what we're doing. So it's just a really good stance to take, I think, and it definitely means a lot to us. Trying to show support for our community and take all the wax. We have an awesome crew. We have a bunch of amazing people that work here, and we have a bunch of people that are here for the right reasons. When we did this, we didn't want to hire servers. We don't. I mean, we do counter service because obviously because of our seating capacity, and because we want it to be. The whole premise of me starting Trailer Park and trying to start this other business was to try to take a step away from the fine dining, French style service and kind of center of the plate focus, where everything's smoke and mirrors and it's not about the actual integrity of the ingredients in a lot of the places, but that's not true for all of them. But, a lot of people out there are just faking it through Cisco and using designer paints for desserts and a bunch of silliness, and it's all about show, and it's not actually about the integrity of the ingredients. So we try to take it the biggest step back possible, and just have it be all about the ingredients and all about the food. That's kind of, obviously we want to give people an experience as well, so we do it's like partial. you order at the counter, but you get waited on at your table, so it's kind of a blend. Some people get it, some people don't. I think a lot of people understand, and it helps with it helps a lot with our overhead, which makes the food a little less expensive because the cost of our ingredients is very expensive, especially compared to a lot of other restaurants. Because all of our food is perishable. I mean, we don't really have a dry storage. we don't have a freezer. I mean, we have some stuff in our freezer, but that's a lot of proteins that we're rotating and things like that, just because we have to, because we buy whole animals as much as possible. So it's just it gives us a little bit more of a fair advantage when competing against the Applebee's of the world that cook out of cans and boxes. So some people understand it, some people don't. I don't know. I think people like it. I mean, the good thing about it is we're so busy all the time, so there's usually a line. And a lot of the times when you'd be at a restaurant normally waiting for a table, you're waiting in line and you get your order in, then you get a table and your food comes. So a lot of people like that they can, you know, instead of putting their name on a list and waiting for half an hour, they can wait in the line for 20 minutes and get a table and have their food very quickly. So it's kind of it's a win-win for us because we can do a little bit more volume and it seems to please a lot of the people that come here. We've contemplated doing table service for dinner service, and we'll see. I mean, obviously we're trying to grow with our clientele and have them depict what we are, but you know, stay true to our concept at the same time. So.
Do you have a big lunch crowd?
Usually, lunch is usually pretty crazy compared to dinner time. Dinner time, people kind of like to relax and eat a little more and sit down for a little longer, talk. But it's kind of crazy. You get a little line. Have to start. People sometimes put their food order in before they have a table too, so we have like a little waiting list. It's a good problem to have when we're that busy. It's kind of like a puzzle out here with the tables because kind of hard to accommodate for larger groups, and you gotta, because the people that are waiting first are up first, then you have to figure out table situations with the smaller groups and the bigger groups. It's an exciting puzzle to fix every day. So. It's kind of cool sometimes when there's like a bunch of people in here that all know each other, and then like I've had it where there's like 3-4 tables that are all just like hey, 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 and it's just kind of like really cool feeling to have everybody knowing each other, and it's very community and family-like feeling here sometimes, so it's nice. Yeah, it's exciting for us too. I mean, every day is a new day, and
What mainly is your crowd?
it's honestly, like I said, it's honestly so broad that it's kind of crazy sometimes. I mean, we get people from East Lansing, from Okemos area. We get some foodies that come in here that just hear word of mouth from their foodie friends. We get a lot of Michigan State students that still come in here. And then we still get the elderly crowds. We get a lot of people that come in here kind of more towards the elderly that just kind of assume it's still a Coney Island style dining. So it's kind of sometimes a challenge trying to explain to them and getting across, but that's our biggest thing is information. I mean, every day we have a book that one of us makes with all of our daily specials. This is like our study book that we, every day you know, you come into work and you have to go over all these specials. You got each thing, each description of every ingredient in there, the preparation, where it came from, where it's sourced from. And pretty much everything, and that's, you can see that's every single day. That's just today's, it's those 3 pages, here's yesterday's, and it just keeps going, you know. And then these are some of our menu items that we add to the menu that you can look up, and then we have our main menu with everything in there too. So that's our biggest thing, is just us up here being just as knowledgeable as them back there. Obviously some of us aren't as culinarily experienced or skilled, but knowing the information and learning it is really our kind of our strong point. I mean, you go to another restaurant, you know, you ask the server, where did this come from? You know, most of the time they're going to have to go back to the kitchen first and then come out and tell you an answer, whereas we strive to know those things beforehand.
I've known the guys for about a year now and discovered we had a lot of strange mutual friends. And I was a volunteer at one of the farmers markets that they had trailer parks at. So I got to know them that way, and then we came in November and been here since then. I work both in the kitchen and out front, so I'm able to see what's going on back here, and then I also get to talk to customers. And so I get to see the community side and the way the food's prepared, and the relationships that come out of that. So that's pretty awesome. I've met a ton of people this way, and a ton of people that just keep coming in week after week and can't get enough. We've had a ton of customers that come in here for lunch one day and then come back for dinner at night.
What's that?
Just because they can't wait to share it with whoever they bring for dinner. So it's been pretty exciting.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So we get to see them and build that relationship, and then you don't forget those people.
we don't have like job application. I mean, we ask people come in here and ask to fill stuff out, but we take resumes. But I mean, it's really, we don't want anyone that wants to have a job here to just serve or just, you know, I want to, you know, I'm looking for a dishwasher job or something like that. You know, that's not really what we're striving for. You know, it's kind of that passion to be here and that passion for the food and really for the whole business overall. Because I mean, most of us, yeah, did know each other a little bit beforehand. Some of us not, but like you said, we're all passionate about watching this succeed and being here and having fun with it too every day. So I can't complain that I'm at work ever. First time in a long time that's ever happened for me.
This thing is a beast. It's unreal. You haven't even cooked on it yet.
There's a well-used chimney.
This one?
Yeah.
We just got it yesterday.
Oh my God.
You should see the old one, man.
It's already
You
worked.
should see the other one. This is the third one we've had to use, but this gets all melted. Yeah, we do a lot of smoke. Yeah, the pictures yesterday were from yesterday's first ever coals being dropped in the. Basically, what we have to do is slowly raise the temperature, and then rinse it out and oil it down to season it. All that fun stuff.
Is that more of a challenge if you're doing it in the cold of winter?
For this smoker, it's not a big deal. The other one, yeah. There's no insulation or anything.
Oh.
But since it's brand new metal, you just have to get the steel all tempered out.
What kind of cut is this?
This is sirloin. It's just already cut into steaks because we couldn't get the, we go through too many whole sirloin cuts, and now we're just left with the steaks that he has.
Sure.
Use what we can get for the most part. This will be sliced really, really thin, and then be for the American dip. Yeah, it'll be delicious. Just marinated with some herbs, rosemary, parsley, garlic, pepper. Yeah, usually we'd be doing about hunks, like squares about yay.
Yeah.
Take them to about 110, 115 degrees on here, then we'll cool them and then slice them. I'll probably try to go for a colder smoke if they're that small pieces, just so they absorb the smoke and don't cook as quick. So pretty much just go straight for the smoke.
Hey Mike.
Man.
Good morning.
Four, yeah.
Very busy.
Oh, I know. This is their big time right here.
Sound mix master. Thank you very much. Like I said.
Yep, thank you.
All right.
All right, Dave. Take care.
So what kind of bread do we have here?
That is the country. And these guys that I'm slicing are the black pepper focaccia. They are our bun for the meatloaf sandwich.
Good feedback on that sandwich?
Oh yeah, people love it. We haven't changed it at all from when we first opened, and it still moves every day, so people love it. It's really one of my favorite things that we do here. I love it. Period.
Actually, make that 2 back up. 2 belly out to the Lord.
What do you do with the chicken carcasses?
Chicken carcasses we smoke, and then we make stock out of them. Same with the neck, all that fun stuff.
Where do you guys get your chicken from?
This stuff is from Otto's. They're sourced out of Middleville. Right now, usually we use Spartan Country out of Webbville. We've done really, really well.
Are you originally from Michigan?
Yeah, I'm originally from Muskegon over on the west side. Right there. Came here to go to school. Met Jesse when I was working at the Kellogg Center when he was there for a summer. Same with this guy, who's now my roommate. Yeah, just went from there. Right.
Could you ever go back to the other
yeah,
style?
I mean, that's kind of that's the same kind of style we do. We're farm to table stuff, but going back to a different commercially processed restaurant, not a chance.
Yeah.
I'll never work for anybody ever again. So keep it that way. How many orders of chicken you got?
I have 4 right now. 4 or 5. 4. Fennel, ricotta, popcorn shoots, pepper.
How much emphasis do you put on plating?
Obviously, people eat with their eyes first. We kind of like let the ingredients sit as naturally as they are. We don't really build or stack or any silliness like that. We just kind of let the ingredients be themselves. But obviously, we like to make it look as elegant as we can with what we're given. This is selling for too. Sorry about that.